Hello everyone! I just wanted to take a moment to discuss my awesome trip to China coming up. Go into a little bit more depth as to why I'm going and all that. Hopefully I'll be able to actually get through this video before I pass out from exhaustion or whatever. From the very beginning, I received a wonderfully special, fanciful invitation, like on very thick cardstock and everything, inviting me from Envision's International Scholar Laureate program to embark on a journey either to China or West Africa for 11 days, or 14 days if I decided to do the cultural extension, which I did not because it's an extra $1,595, which, considering the tuition for the main trip is $3,595, that's a lot, okay? Let's be real. So I received this invitation because of, one, my declared major, which is paralegal studies, which is also just kind of written down as criminal law, kind of, at my school, a little bit. I don't know. My amazing GPA, which is a 3.90, and finally my participation in an International Honor Society, Phi Theta Kappa, which, I'm just gonna adjust that, which I was actually just inducted into around the same time I'll be going on the trip last year. It's like May 5th, not that that's important. But yeah, so because of those key factors there, I was invited on this international diplomatic delegation and relations trip to China, like I said, or West Africa. But because upon looking at the mock schedule, like the mock-up of the schedule, I found that the trip to China just seemed far more interesting. For me personally, at least. Everyone I've spoken to is just like, oh, I would have picked West Africa if I were you. Yeah, but you're not afraid of lions, apparently, because that's exactly where they were sending us for that trip. Whereas in China, we'll be in very populated areas. We originally land in Beijing, then we go to Xi'an, I think is how you pronounce it, I could be wrong, and then ending in Shanghai. And then if you purchase the cultural extension, you end in Hong Kong. I have no interest in going to Hong Kong right now. The key parts that I was interested in the trip all happen outside of the cultural extension for the China trip, whereas the key parts that I was interested in the West Africa trip was all only in the cultural extension, which is the extra $2,000. So, as I've made clear, this is not a free trip. Tuition includes a lot of things, but it doesn't include the $100-some for the visa application. It doesn't include the $1,000 for the plane ride to and from the country. So it's very expensive. Tuition is $3,595 with tax included and all that. But it does include 4-star hotels each night, 2 meals a day, translators. It includes so much, like all the costs for the seminars that we'll be going to, because it will be a lot of information on how to improve your diplomatic skills and your leadership qualities and negotiations and stuff like that, which I'm extremely interested in, I guess. But also, they really immerse you into the culture There's going to be morning Tai Chi that is optional, but I intend on going because it seems interesting. All the food will be locally sourced and will stick to the culture of the area. In case you're not aware, there is no one language in China. It's even just one of the languages has like 20 different dialects. Like it's there's a lot of variety. It's a very big country. They will also be going to the Great Wall. We'll be going to Tiananmen Square. We'll be touring an embassy. We'll be seeing the 8,000-man terracotta army. There's a Jade Temple we'll be going to, and there are just so many amazing things on this trip. And upon receiving this gorgeous invitation, it was like a fancy envelope in a fancy envelope in a fancy envelope. It was fantastic. I cried because I was so excited, and I called my mom, and I was just like, oh my god, you gotta hear this. Don't tell my mom, because I wanted to be able to share my news with everybody. But yeah, so the trip is not free. I do have a GoFundMe page. It is technically paid for already, but it was just kind of scraping by on that. I was able to get a $1,000 scholarship in order to help pay for it, which has been very helpful. But I will be putting my GoFundMe page in the link below, like in the description box below. Very excited for this trip, and it's an amazing opportunity. And I know a lot of you are wondering, oh, well, what are you going to do about Devil Spawn? You have a 5-year-old at home. Well, guess what? She's taken care of too, because I have family members climbing over each other trying to help me make sure she's taken care of so that I can go. So this is an amazing opportunity, and I am so excited. I can't believe that I managed to get invited to begin with, so I feel very, very blessed to be considered to go at all. So yeah, that's my trip. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If you're interested in following me to see more about my costumes coming up and weird videos that I make weekly, feel free to subscribe. And again, check out my GoFundMe page. Bye.